So with that, we're very excited to bring you Tunic True Ending by TGH. We are ready to go with that. So TGH, whenever you're ready, take it away.
I'm really happy to be a part of it as well. I am here with my wonderful commentator. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you. So I'm always Sky. I'm also a runner of this game, but I don't run this category. I actually run a different one called All Relics. But I'm hopefully going to be able to provide some insights and commentary during Teacher's Run. So good luck to you.
Yeah, for sure. So a little bit about this game. This game was released in March of this year, 2020. Not 2020, 2022. Excuse me. So I forgot a 2. But yeah, it's an action-adventure game, sort of drawing a lot of inspiration from Dark Souls and 2D Zelda stuff. Made mainly by Andrew Schuldice and company. Super good game, and big spoiler warning right off the bat, because honestly, this game is best gone into totally blind, and you'll see why when you do so. But I am going to be doing a lot of things that are kind of spoiler heavy. I won't be explaining some things on purpose. So just, yeah, play the game. It's awesome. But with that in mind, I'm going to start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be entering some codes. Wait, I actually messed up the very first one. Okay. This doesn't matter. This doesn't lose me any time, but...
Yeah.
All right, if you'd like to explain why I'm entering codes real quick.
Yeah, so what we want to do here is get a few free items that the game does give to us if we know the right codes. These are not technically cheat codes because the game kind of teaches us the codes within the kind of normal gameplay loop, but they're kind of like fake cheat codes within the context of the game. So we're going to use these to kind of sequence break our way, as you do in a speedrun, kind of sequence break our way into the main part of the overworld, skipping having to go to the kind of initial starting area and get our first sword. So right now we've got no weapon. Also,
very important, because this was actually a donation incentive. Go on, you're good. Sorry.
Yeah, we have a big head now. Just quickly as well, we're going to use this fire bomb we got as one of the 3 items while we grab the key. We're going to throw it into the bushes. It's going to break all of these wide open, and this allows us, as I mentioned, to skip having to get a sword, because normally you need a sword to break those bushes. So right now, Teja's making his way over to the kind of the first major area of the game that we visit. We're going to come back there again later, but before we do that, we're going to grab the first key item. But on the way, we've got a few things to do. So Teja's actually going to go and enter some more of these hidden codes. Again, these are things that the game teaches you. So he's actually unlocking these little chests that spawn. There's 20 of them in the game, and they have these tiny fairies in them. They're called fairies. And we need 10 of those to actually get the true ending of the game, because 10 of those in the fairy shrine then gives us a manual page. And for true ending, we actually need all the manual pages to complete the game. So we're getting 10 of those. It can be any 10, not specifically 10 in particular.
Yeah, we just need any 10 as well.
Right now, yeah, exactly.
Yep. So those chests are going to be there for later once we go back to that area again. I'm going to do something very unintended here. You're not supposed to be able to just run off of ledges like that, but there we go. If your angle is really precise, you can actually just run off that ledge.
Nice.
Yeah, that's actually a lot harder than it looks. So I got very lucky there.
Yeah.
But we're about to skip the majority of this place because we're here for the magic orb as soon as we can, because it kind of like opens up a lot of travel in the overworld, and it makes a lot of skips possible later in the game. We're here for an item called the magic orb. Basically functions as like the hook shot or like a grapple type item in a Zelda game figure. I'm going to be comparing a lot of things to Zelda, if we explain things the same way, but yeah, so like this game does take a lot of inspiration from Zelda once again, but I'm going to do a skip to get right to the magic orb instead of doing this whole place, which is going to involve alerting this one frog with an extremely long tongue. You'll see in a second. So I have an ice bomb equipped. I'm going to throw it from right here. All these frogs have big heads, just like me. And I'm going to just get tongued on in there. There we go. Grab the magic orb and die as soon as possible.
I just realized the grapple is bigger as well.
I think the tongue was actually massive as well, which is just lovely.
That's what I mean.
So now
Yeah.
we're in this death
So-
cutscene, and if you die again, you get to skip the whole thing. Like, basically, you're supposed to run to the air to gain the power to defy death, and basically, like, just be able to revive yourself. But if you die again, you don't have to be born again. So that's cool, I guess. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Do you want to explain what this place is?
Yeah, so this is a dark tomb. It's the dark tomb. As you can see, it's quite dark. This is not a bit of an issue. This is just how dark it actually is. So what Teja's doing is, I'm imagining he's probably using visual cues of the enemies as well as the magic orb that is still in his hand to kind of know where to go. This place is not as easy as it looks. It's actually a bunch of spikes on the floor when you try and enter this place. And he's going upstairs now, grabbing a chest, which is at the top of this kind of pedestal thing that moves. And you can see there we've got this card. Do you want to explain that now, or should we go over it later?
Well, okay. Let me do this first. We're going up here to grab a manual page as well as the magic wand. I totally butchered that code. Wow. Okay. Yeah, these codes are really like. There we go. Yeah, these are. Remember when I was explaining earlier? There are some things I'm intentionally not going to be explaining. The codes are one of them. Again, play the game. It's super legit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think you're going to do what we call the effigy.
This is actually
right?
tricky movement here. I need to like sort of focus on the movement. All right, nice. So that right there is called an effigy drop. I basically grappled the turret, and then mid-air over where I was intending to drop to, I used the effigy and to just drop straight down.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay.
The window for that is kind of weird because it's kind of, if you mess that up, then you end up using the effigy and you have to, I guess, retry it, I think. Also, there's a hidden sword here. There's a second sword. If you played this game before, you know that the sword is normally found in the kind of the East Forest. But they actually put a second sword in there just because they thought, I think they said, we can envision a world where speedrunner gets here first.
And they were right.
So they decided to put a sword in there.
All right, so I guess I'll explain what ladder storage is, which we're about to do the first instance of ladder storage here, if I can do it correctly. Also, I'm sparkling. I'll explain that in a minute as well. So basically, I'm going to take damage down on the chomping gnaw we call Terry. Shout outs to Terry. So ladder storage is when I try and climb up a ladder, swing my sword at the same time, and then immediately roll away. And as soon as I roll away, I'm able to just walk over anything here. I can walk over air, water. I can basically just walk off of ledges and straight into that loading zone. You're rendered unable to move upon entering the next area, though, so you have to actually save and quit.
Yeah. And that resets our ladder storage, I think, right?
Yes, it does. Okay, now this is something called an ice grapple. Right here, what I'm about to do to this chomping gnaw right here. So we just kind of freeze it, then we grapple it off the edge, and then we're able to grapple down to this page here.
Yeah, the reason we do this is to get the page and also set up for death warp using the chomping gnaw at the same time. And this will take us back to, I think the Shrine of Overworld, right? In the middle of it.
Yep. Yeah, we use that shrine several times throughout the run to Death Warp back to. In fact, we never save anywhere else on the run. All right, so I guess I'll explain the code I entered now in order to become sparkling. Basically, what this sparkle means is what in the world am I doing? I can't talk and enter codes at the same time. Basically, what I'm doing is, as we get the card and the blueberries in here, the glass cannon card and the blueberries, which are important later.
Yeah.
So here, let me take a breather real quick. All right. So what we do is we, the newer patch that was released just recently, it actually like. It makes it so that the ice rod shot that we do by firing the dagger and the magic rod at the same time, it makes it so that... Oh my goodness. Ori, can you please explain this?
Yeah, sorry, of course.
There we go, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so in the previous patch, up until the latest patch, the kind of combo that you can do with the ice rod and the magic rod, or magic staff, whatever you call it, That combo used to cost the same as just a regular magic rod shot, but in the latest patch, they actually increased the cost, but added in a special code that speedrunners can still use, well, anyone can still use, to kind of decrease the cost temporarily back to the original cost. So we use this to kind of still maintain the same route that we once did, without having to, spend way more magic than we want to.
And that's super important here, since we're going to ice grapple this guy. I don't know what his name is. It's a guy with a gun in a cape, basically.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to be here at all, by the way. This is a place that you are not supposed to be as an alive fox. You're supposed to be dead later and come back here again. Kind of spoilery, but whatever.
Yeah, I think you can. There's a way to get here at daytime, legit, but there's nothing you can do here because you need to be nighttime to actually get into the cathedral.
Yeah, this is kind of scary right here. Okay, we're good. Another ice grapple to get into the cathedral.
Nice.
I'm gonna eat a berry to get some mana back, and another ice grapple to get down into the cathedral fights. So we're here for the Hero's Laurels.
Very nice.
The Hero's Laurels is going to allow me to dash and access some parts of the game that I could not before. And yeah, it's just generally very fast. You actually technically do not have to get the Laurels anymore in this run now that ladder storage exists. However, it is still faster. It's still definitely faster to get these, but you have this kind of like gauntlet of fights to do here, and this is the scariest part right here. Because this section right here, I have to be down at 1 HP to proc an item that I got. Are you the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta. There we go. That was actually too clean almost. Okay, so.
Yeah. So what it was doing there was damaging down twice from the fairies, but the problem is they're very unpredictable in how they move, so you can easily get shot more times than you'd like. So you kind of have to. It's kind of a balance where you have to try and get into peril state, but like one more shot will kill you. So without dying, because dying would be pretty bad at this point in the run. This is kind of like a gauntlet of 6. I think it's 6 different waves of enemies that all spawn in kind of like a predefined pattern over time. So TJ knows where all of these will spawn and when they spawn. So it's kind of this one's not too difficult. They all spawn in the same place, really. But some of them they spawn different areas, kind of. Nice, very clean. Oh, yep, nice.
Shout outs to Ori that suggested that particular attack.
Yeah,
like
nice.
right
that wave is
before
kind of
this
scary to
run
deal with
started.
because they all spawn right at the start and they have these magic attacks.
Scary.
But well handled with that one. Then we got this.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. This looks so funny with
Alright,
the
so the
big
guard
head.
next section, just one swing and then just mash sword for both of these. I have some time to wait here, so we're just gonna spin. Yeah, these Garden Knights are on. Actually, everything here is on a set pattern where it spawns, like, and it's all on a timer, on like a global timer from when you actually activate the fight. So it's not like it's not like I have to kill the first one any faster.
Yeah.
The second one will always spawn at the same time. This is probably the hardest one to remember where all of them are actually spawning. So for instance, like number 6 here spawns all the way over to the left.
Yeah, this wave is really designed.
Over here.
Yeah, this game's kind of designed in a way that makes it feel random.
We go back to where the
especially
other one
playing
was.
for the first time. It's
Now we get
very
in the middle.
much you have to kind of adapt on the fly.
And now we wait right here.
Very nice. So last trial here.
Little
This
optimization
one-
there with the magic orb just to pull it towards the next
Oh
the
yes,
next fight
I
initiation.
realized that.
I'm sad that these like phantom enemies don't also have big heads, by the way.
Okay, nice.
But it's okay. I can forgive
Yeah.
it, it's fine.
These ones at the end of the wave are a bit more scary because we've got shields, and if you don't manage to
this
kill
is
them fast
looking like
enough,
it's gonna
especially
be
that big
okay.
one that took 3 hits, He can then put shield up, which makes it a bit more difficult to hit him. But well dealt with. Excuse me. Very nice fights. And now, as mentioned, we have the heal as
Yeah,
well.
well, we take those.
Also
We
called
take not
hyperdash,
dying during
if
the
you
level
like.
fights for sure.
The Questigons.
Yep. Okay,
Great
so now
name.
to the forest. So now we get the keys. The or they're not keys, they're questigons. I promise you, they're called questigons.
Yeah, there you go.
Enter that code, and now
Okay,
here's a little
don't forget
bit of
the
the
lore.
scary part. We're gonna damage down, and then zoom to the chest, and
Oh, what?
hopefully
Oh.
get out of here before they kill me. Okay,
What?
cool.
What
Yep.
happened?
Yeah, do not forget the
There
lore,
we go.
please. Up
That
or
thing's
just
called a lore. It'll be coming in
zip
handy a
into
bit
the treasure
later on
chest. Okay,
in the run.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Okay, and
So we've got our first major boss coming up
Yeah,
here,
that's
but
for
before
a
we
quick
fight it,
kill
we've
later,
got two
actually,
things
on
to do.
boss.
We've got another fairy code here. I think that's a fairy code, yeah. And then we've also got another manual page straight after this to grab just up here.
yeah. So what happened there? You might be a little bit confused. So the laurels have a little bit of forgiveness on height.
What?
Like, so that allows me to
Not seen
just
them
kind of hello. Okay, I'm gonna save and
Huh.
quit. I'm gonna play that safe.
Maybe it's too far into the door, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know why the shots hit,
Yeah.
but the orb didn't.
Shout out to the spots.
That pot almost got in my way. There we go. Okay.
So what TJ's going to do,
These pots are
I
the
like
best.
those actually. Before.
All right.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Yeah, this fight's all about staggering and knowing how staggering works. So, like, we basically just... This quick kill is actually pretty simple. So you do 4 sets of, like, 2 hits,
Yeah.
and then everything else is just mashing sword, and it's fine. This boss gets pretty loud. Just a fair warning. This
Goodbye,
boss is... It's like, we get it, you're dying.
Go quick battle.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's exactly how that fight should go.
Okay, so we're going to grab the key that opens the key, if that makes any sense. This key goes into the slot and gives us the first quest on here. But we're going to save and quick. Yeah. Yeah, we're just
It
saving
doesn't
quick
make
because
any
that's
sense,
actually quite a
but
long
it
cutscene, like maybe
works.
8 seconds-ish, I think. A bit longer. But we skip that. Oh,
Yeah, I think it's pretty long. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so, yeah, I didn't have a dash, so I have to do something kind of weird, but luckily, I've prepared for this. Let me go ahead and equip this.
okay.
Or-
No.
Okay, now kill me. Alright. Yeah, so I actually ran out of dynamite there. Dynamite's really tight in this run,
Yeah.
but,
I was
we had
actually
a
wondering
backup
how you
plan,
get out of
so
that.
it's fine.
That's a good way. Let's go to backup. I think now is now a good time to explain the stamina glitch. Do you think? Yeah. So
Probably, yeah.
you
I
might
think
have
so,
seen
actually.
we kind of glossed over it at the time, but in the Eastern Fortress Fair before the Siege Engine, we actually got an item that looks like a leaf. I'm not sure what the actual name of it is. Maybe feather. But that item is one of the items that allows us to upgrade one of our stats for a bit of money at one of the shrines. And so we're going to be using that for a specific glitch that we're able to do coming up just very shortly here after we get this fairy and some money. We need money to actually do the upgrade.
Yep.
But what we're going to do is Teachers, after getting this, is going to go back to the shrine and stand in this kind of specific spot close to the shrine but a bit far away, and he's going to open the inventory at the shrine and dash away at the same time. And that's going to give him access to buying the upgrade, but going to kind of stick him in the menu, and he's going to be able to mash.
Oh,
He's going to be able to mash. You kind of see it when it happens.
yeah, so let's just say we're about to get a considerable amount of
Yeah.
stamina.
You see this?
All right, so I'm just gonna mash A, and every single time I press A, I get 1 extra level of stamina.
Yeah.
And so this is about as much stamina as y'all might remember getting in your casual playthrough if you played this.
Absolutely.
This is totally normal amount of stamina. Totally normal. Trust me.
Just watch when he opens the menu as well. With the inventory, I mean.
Yeah, once I open the the inventory, you'll see just how much stamina we actually have.
Yeah. I'm not sure the details of why this actually works, to be honest. It's a thing that is possible in this game.
It is certainly possible.
But the reason we do this is basically because every time we dash using the laurels, it uses up a part of stamina. So with like 1 stamina, we can only dash, I think, 7 times before we run out and have to wait for it to regenerate again. But with this, we can dash probably 7 times, 70 times, to be honest. We can dash.
It depends on how much stamina you actually have. I probably have like somewhere around 70 or 80 right now.
Wow, okay, that's, yeah.
Which is, yeah, a lot.
Quite a bit, yes.
We'll see in just a minute. I'm about to open my menu once I activate the fuse over here.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm praying to these fuses in order to activate them. I'm just holding A for a little bit, and they eventually go down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually faster IGT here to wait until I actually have 69 stamina. I'm not even joking. I swear that was not intentional. Okay. But anyway, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That is okay. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I caught that because like I don't have the orb equipped here, and we did save the effigy. Okay. Yeah, I actually like completely screwed up there. Luckily, I noticed and saved and quit before I actually used that effigy.
Yeah. So what we want to do is,
because that would have been bad to use that by accident.
yeah. So you saw you grapple the enemy at this certain angle where it kind of fall off the edge, but throws it midair and grapple to it to kind of fall off the edge rather than skip the entirety of the quarry. Normally, it's like a couple of minutes round trip if you're going fast to get through there.
Okay, so now a lot of stuff here happening in a very short amount of time. First off, using the effigy and doing something called ice rod canceling or ice rod animation canceling to fall down there, because the effigy raises you up a little bit, and then you actually do the ice rod cancel, or you fire an ice rod with a little bit of delay between the inputs, and for whatever reason, you gain your mobility back.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very scary skip that I'm about to try here, involving ladder storage. Hopefully I'm far enough out. Should be good.
Nice.
Perfect. All right, so there's actually a loading zone below the below the tower here. God, this goes by fast. We're just gonna blaze through the whole rest of this section because we have laurels and we don't care. But basically, yeah, like that fight. That's supposed to be a fight right there. Please. Ooh. There we go.
Nice. Yeah.
So there's a loading zone below that, and we use ladder storage to get ourselves out, and then have a ferry shoot us like out of the state and have us drop all the way down there.
Yeah, you can.
All right, scavenger boss. Do you want to explain scavenger boss? Real
Yes.
quick?
So scavenger boss normally, so teacher's going to want to grapple her off the edge here. We shoot her from outside the arena to kind of aggro her before that platform falls. He wants her to get close enough so that he can freeze her. Nice. And she becomes grappleable once. Nice. She becomes grappleable to him, like in the short kind of window after she unfreezes. So he grapples her off the edge, and that's the boss done. And look, she's back. It's like, fell off the edge. Just kidding.
So yeah, there was a lot happening there in a very short amount of time. So thank you for helping me explain that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. So where are we going next? Oh, look.
We are going to the forest.
Shopkeeper. Oh, it's gone.
All right. There we go. Weather vane code.
Nice. Yeah.
That's actually like one of the most awkward codes in the entire game.
Yeah.
To enter, it's like just kind of the least intuitive.
Mm-hmm. We've got a bit of cleanup to do, which is why we're coming over to the forest here. So we're good to do a bit of cleanup and then go to one of the things we've not seen yet in the run, which is a warp pad that takes us to the kind of the in-game hub, if you will, which is called the Far Shore. You see we've got a manual page on there and go straight through. There's actually a manual page in here that you're not exactly meant to get quite early, I don't think, but you can dash across here and grab it here. And then we're going to go and make our way over to the Wounded Hall again, which is the kind of the first place we went to. We're going to complete it this time. There's
Yep, I'm just saving quitting here to gain my stamina back. because I had way too little, and now I have just enough.
Just
Just barely
I love
enough,
how
yeah.
it covers the name of the area as well. But yeah, this area we've
Alright, Ice Scrap will get up
yeah,
here.
nice. I'll let you focus a bit for this.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
I thought I was fine there. Alright, you can stay there.
yeah. Should be fine, I think. Yeah.
Whoa, hi.
Oh.
Please get me down there, thank you. Yeah, this is a bit of scary improvisation.
Yeah.
I've never done that in my life. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, nice. Well recovered though. So
There have been a couple of those in this run.
yeah. So this area has 4 fuses in it. So you've seen we've gone to the top left, if you can call it top left, to bottom left. We're now going to go to the other 2 on the other side. So there's 1 in each corner, and then we're going to return to the very center where there's going to be teleports that takes us up. I'm assuming up to the next kind of area that's got the 3rd and final of the 3 kind of mid-game bosses we have to fight. This will be the librarian coming up in a bit.
Yeah, it was a very interesting kill for the librarian, which does involve the lure that we got earlier. Basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be aggroing the librarian in a very strange way with the lure.
Yeah.
And then upon aggroing him, we're going to get below a death plane that activates right above the ladder that we climb down. And then the librarian will hit that death plane and die, but we will not.
Yeah.
All right, going to enter a pretty weird code here.
Yeah, I think this is.
Oh, I messed it up.
This is the longest. I think the longest fairy code in the run.
Okay, there we go.
Nice. So we're making our way.
Bit of fancy movement to get up to that ladder.
Nice. Yeah, there's no enemies in this zone. This is just kind of like a transitionary zone, really, towards kind of building up to where the librarian fight takes place. So we are going to use the lure, as Teach mentioned. Once we get up there, you'll kind of see how we're going to use it. But essentially, on the platform where you fight the librarian, there's a ladder leading up to that. So there's 2 ladders, actually. So when you kind of initially, it's not going to... I'll let you focus a bit, and then I'll explain. Nice. So yeah, you saw how the lure goes past that kind of boundary. Very nice fight, yeah. You got it.
Yeah, that fight is entirely RNG once you actually, like, get the lure down.
Yeah.
Because getting the lure down, or getting the lure to not, like, run off the edge is the hard part.
Yeah.
But, oh, nice.
Oh.
Just fell face down off the platform, cool.
I think a frog's going to have a bad time down to be all.
Okay, another code.
Yeah, this is the final fairy, I think, right?
Yep, well, final 2. Or final fairy and the second last page.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now that we have 10 fairies, a page appears, we grab it, and we're out of here.
Nice.
That's how you know we got enough fairies.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we get them.
So
Nice little ice grapple here is by far the fastest way to get up here.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna please the Tunic fans here.
Nice.
And I'm going to enter the golden path code. You can skip this. It is possible to skip, but I'm gonna do my best to enter this and hopefully not screw it up.
I'm just staying very silent because I don't want to interrupt you.
Cool, we got it.
Nice. Yeah.
And if you want to skip it, you do this.
Yeah, you do get anyway. Yeah, I thought you were to do one with the other. Turns out both.
Yeah, we'll do both.
Yeah.
How about that? So yeah, you can do ladder storage and actually just go around the door, which saves like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast you enter the code, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the sound is just way too satisfying.
Which is a very long code. It's like 100 inputs, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what?
It is exactly 100 inputs.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. Nice.
Okay, so now the only thing we have left to do is place the keys in the pedestal, or the pedestals, respective pedestals in the temple.
Yeah, and I think.
And the fastest way into the temple is here.
Yeah, this is normally the route that you would kind of come out of the temple, I guess. Normally you're meant to go in the front, which requires bringing 2 kind of bell towers, but we can come in the back way because we've got the laurels and just make our way that way. And
Yep, we're doing ice rod canceling as well to speed things along here, skip each
Nice.
cutscene, and thankfully I didn't miss that dynamite because that was our last dynamite.
yeah,
So yeah, now all that's left to do is go and skip the air cutscene, which we're gonna do by doing a weird kind of series of inputs that I'm not even really sure how exactly it works, but basically we're gonna be skipping out of the we're gonna be getting out of the menu for the pause menu by pressing B and then pressing A exactly 2 frames later. And if I do it right, I think I got it. If I do it right, we don't have to watch that cutscene and time. Sorry, that was very, very sudden. But there's way too much to talk about in this run.
There's a lot going on.
But yeah, that is a 2626.594.
Very nice time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Big Head does not actually continue into this cutscene because this is kind of a video. But thanks for donating for that incentive, though. It was a lot of fun. This is how the Fox's Head is supposed to look. But yeah, that is Tunic True Ending, and I hope you enjoyed the run.
Yeah.
And thank you again, Ori, for commentary.
Of course, and GG as well.
Yeah, for sure. Shout outs to the Tunic community for honestly making this run pretty brutal since like day 1 at high level. Like honestly, like it's actually amazing. It is absolutely amazing how hard this run was on like day 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like especially any percent. Any percent is even more brutal than this. But shout outs to Andrew Shouldice as well, aka Dicey, for just for making and heading the development of such an amazing game. Honestly, one that takes me back to my childhood in more ways than one. Shout outs to Ori.
Thank you.
The commentator for this run. Shout outs to my friends who are putting this marathon on. And shout outs to the host, Threech. Thank you very much for being awesome. And yeah. Hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, TGH, for that run of Tunic. That was fantastic, and I did manage to avoid some spoilers, which is exciting because I really want to play that game. And I have heard, don't spoil it. So awesome run. Very exciting.